Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Getflix Awards. We are live here at the GLA studios in Jeffreys Bay. We have a very exciting evening for you tonight, very exciting lineup, lots of talent, lots of inspiration, and definitely a lot of achievements over a variety of exciting fields.
That's correct, Yolanda. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Donovan. This is my co-host, Yolanda. And we are in the GLA studios at Jeffreys Bay for the GLA Getflix Original Content Awards. Now, why these awards for exclusive content? It is certainly so that you can find many different shows, ordinary shows, on a variety of streaming platforms. Whether you are into language-based content, things like Shakespeare in Love or the English Payson, you can find this on most any streaming platforms. En vir Afrikaans, kyk net na enige ander hoërskool in die ronde. Mathematics fanatics, you can find your beautiful mind, you can find your Rain Man on most streaming platforms. The History Channel, National Geographic, Blue Planet, Tourism and Travel Planet. These are available on pretty much any streaming platform. But tonight, we focus on that which is available exclusively on the GLA Getflix streaming service. And therefore, we feel it's our responsibility to share with you what makes us different, what makes us stand out, and what is it that you need to know before deciding to subscribe. Exclusive content of the quality that you will be seeing here tonight obviously takes tremendous effort, energy, a gutsy spirit, and lots of investment. And we started on this journey of investing in quality education in the Eastern Cape quite a few years ago. And I want to take us back, if you would cast your eyes to the screen behind me, where it all started.
Imagine what society would look like if young people cared more about others than they do about themselves. If they cared more about their social responsibilities than their social media reputation. What would society look like if teenagers were less insecure and more self-confident? What if someone could help us understand our full potential as young leaders in our community?
Global Leadership Academy is a non-profit-based high school situated in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa. Not only do we have high academic standards, but do we intentionally develop young leaders right now.
At GLA, I learned to speak up.
I discovered my creativity.
I became an entrepreneur.
I became a scientist.
I've made friends for life.
I can dress according to my personality.
I'm discovering my full potential.
Ons leer om saam te werk.
Here, I've been exposed to many cultures.
I can see the bigger picture.
We are already making a huge difference in the lives of young people, and we want to invite you to join us so that we can do even more. Our next big step is to complete the construction of our very own high school. The plans have been approved, the property is on our name, and we've already started on the construction of the first phase of GLA Eco Campus. You can partner with us by making a financial contribution towards the development of the new school building, or sponsoring a student, or even donating educational resources.
I realized that even though I'm young, I have something to contribute to society.
I realized the importance of self-discipline to help me reach my goals.
At GLA, I learned to plan ahead.
I learned to help others.
I had someone who keeps me accountable.
We are the future. We are part of your future. Invest in us, and this could be the most lucrative return on investment you have ever seen.
So in that last shot, that was Yolanda while she was, yeah, let's give it up. In that last shot, that was Yolanda when she was still a learner here at GLA. So you find yourself, Yolanda, in the very peculiar situation of having experienced the school and what it offers investing in you. And then you pursued your master's in dramatic arts, and now you are back here investing in the lives of those who come after you. What does that mean to you?
It is absolutely amazing to be back here. It's absolutely amazing to be back at a school that really watered my seed. I have a passion for dramatic arts. I've got a passion for performance and a passion for teaching. And my seed was planted by God. And here at GLA, it was really watered, yeah? And it became this beautiful plant. I found a teacher that really took time to invest in me, that really walked this journey with me, that instructed me, protected me, and was constantly there. My dramatic arts teacher was my inspiration, and she still is motivating me, yeah? So I would love to be that for someone else. I would love to be a Miss Suyen for someone else. And that's exactly what it means to me. It means that I get to impart what was imparted on me, what was put on me, onto another generation. Yeah.
That's powerful stuff. Thank you for that, Yolanda. Education certainly is not only a job, it is a calling. So the quality that we have on stage here this evening, and we want to award those who've excelled in these areas of putting us out there as a unique proposition to what education can be. So this brings us to our first category. Is that right, Yolanda?
Oh yes, so our first category is for the leadership development. Leaders shape leaders, and our wide array of projects, programs and platforms to see learners become who they are made to be is displayed here tonight. And with that, I would like to welcome our first presenters on stage. She is a grade 11 learner enrolled in the one-year boot camp to become an ambassador. She is a chess player and an all-round achiever.
And he is a math and science whiz and also happened to have capped his schooling career as a grade 12 student at GLA. Please welcome to the stage Muketwa Bunyai and Mr. Mark Furnout.
Thanks, Mr. Young. It's good to be back.
Good evening. What a privilege to present the Leadership Development Award tonight. Each one of these is an exciting venture to build into young lives, like my own, intentionally. To be a leader means taking responsibility and living to make a change.
That's right, Ketwa. Leadership is where a family, where a community, where a nation, where our nation stands or falls. And so a life of service through leadership is what this country desperately needs. And when we look at the nominees for the Leadership Development Award tonight, we can see great signs of things to come. The nominees are
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
I am an ambassador of Global Leadership Academy.
leadership is not about me, it's about others.
That my weakest asset can yet be seen as my strongest advantage.
And being a voice for the voiceless.
We all have our pros and cons.
Enact your vision to reach your goals.
From writing down your goals to achieving your goals.
How it is to have integrity, how to have values.
I've learned that leadership is about one life influencing another.
We've abandoned a group of school kids into the wild. Here, they will have to fight for their survival. 22 castaways, 5 days, 2 tribes. Only one tribe will survive.
Wow, what a surprise. Yeah. It's incredible what 5 days of extreme hardship, getting to know the people that was on Survivor, waking up surrounded by the people you know and love and going to sleep surrounded by a fire, and the amazing challenges. And it's incredible just to look back at those moments and just really just capture those moments. And yeah,
true. Your Survivor, guys, your Survivor was so amazing. We were left there for 5 days. Even though we were challenged mentally, physically, emotionally, we still carried on until the very end. I wanna thank the crew who set up Survivor, for the great effort that they had to put us all to the test. I mean, there was 22 of us, and there's just 2 of us here representing Survivor. There's 22 of us, so it's a large group of people. And I just want to say that Survivor has taught me my capabilities, my abilities and fears, things that I could have never learned in a classroom. And I just want to thank, everybody who was part of Survivor. Thank you so much.
Mama was Survivor!
Oh, such a mom.
Well, that certainly is one way of finding out whether you have what it takes. Donovan, how far do you think you could take it?
I'm not too sure. Not much of a survivor. I like having the refrigerator close by. But I tell you what, all the nominees in our next category certainly know all about going the distance. Our next category is our Travel Channel Awards, and these guys are used to packing their bags and hitting the road. Now, please welcome on stage to help us present this next award, one of our latest additions to the staff here at GLA, all the way from Stellenbosch, Miss Abigail Murray.
Good evening. So, as part of the DNA of our school, we have this habit of packing our bags and hitting the road. That stemmed from our founding organization, Global Challenge, which is a missions organization that sends young people out to travel, to change other people's lives, but also to serve God in a unique and authentic way. The nominees here tonight certainly learned something from traveling about. Let's see who they are.
The orange campus here is Kurukaya. We are surrounded by snakes, baboons, and everything that you can think that just crawls around. But it's extremely fun. We're having fun.
This year's Yellow Camp is really just a step forward. I've been enjoying it here at Fieldgrounds. I think the Yellow Camp of this has been amazing. We've made multiple new friends. The gospel nights are amazing. We're more in touch with our gospel.
Last year Red Team was at Eerste Rivier and this year with Oyster Bay, and it has honestly been the most epic camp I've been to.
You really get to know a lot of new people that you wouldn't think you would normally hang out with, but you really make a lot of great friends. It's a lot of fun.
I forgot. Gooi hom net. Wag. Okay.
Travel school!
Come on, we're very late. We almost missed it.
It's that Pantoffels.
Listen, Wayne, it's travel school. You have to make do with what you have.
But I mean, we made it. All those dusty paths, all those miles, we made it. Life is a journey and we have to learn on the go. Learn responsibility and servanthood. And I mean, I'm a teenager that had to become an adult in 6 weeks, doing my own laundry, making my own food, and doing schoolwork all in once, and all on the go. It was a trip like no other. Learning sometimes that there are no easy answers, and we have to find real solutions.
Yeah, when thinking back, what are some of the memories?
You're on the farm?
Yes, wasn't it in Kokstad?
Exactly, there with the cattle.
Yeah, the cattle were lost. I mean, those things broke out every other day.
And as the good Samaritans that we are, we thought, why don't we go and help? But, yeah.
Yeah, one of the calves broke loose, and what did they do?
And as Meneer Kubai approached him, he started to have a different mind and said, no, we don't want you to help me. And he started chasing Meneer Kubai.
I've never seen our teacher turn into an
his legs were moving.
It was crazy. Like that. So yeah, Wayne, I agree.
Yeah, that was definitely
life's journey. It truly does need tough, caring, and equipped travelers, and travel school definitely turned me into one. I was afforded the opportunity on travel school to turn my religion into a relationship with Christ. I was pushed mentally, physically, and most importantly, spiritually. I knew what a relationship with Christ was, and I was able to deepen mine. So if you have that fire, that desire to get to know our Lord Jesus Christ more, travel school is for you. And with that being said, we dedicate this award to all of you sitting here tonight that don't just think for the now, that want to expand and explore and not live simple or insignificant lives. Wayne, what is this award for?
This is for the road.
Woo!
Wow, grade sevens. Can you imagine having such opportunities while you're still at school? Well, it comes as no surprise that the word destination has the same root as destiny. Understanding something about life on the road really unlocks understanding something about our journey through life.
That's right, Yolanda, it's a wonderful opportunity. But it's also true that the road that most end up taking is the road most traveled. Certainly the road least traveled is only the reserve of the brave, the inquisitive, the keen, and the dedicated. And these are all terms that would describe our next pool of nominees. These are the Mavericks. They are the top guns pushing the envelope of what is possible, what is normal, what is expected to be routine. These guys break the mold. Our previous principal, Mrs. Mariki McFarlane, used to say, GLA, we're different. And this next lot, they are certainly built differently.
To help present this award, please help me welcome on stage Dad Joke Specialist, Business Fundi, Mr.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, I'm also known as 005. So my surname is 2 + 3. So what a privilege it is to be part of this school where I can be involved in so many great activities, programs and initiatives. I consider myself to be part of the keen group of Mavericks that you were just describing, and I love that adventure, that adrenaline rush of a new exciting challenge. And that made me think, you know, last time when I went camping, I had this epiphany. I sat there under a tree, not missing my phone or the internet. And then I thought, yes, so how would trees actually connect to the internet? And then it dawned on me. They would just log in. Anyways, coming from corporate to the bush, coming back to the teaching, nothing beats the rush of seeing young minds expand. And that leads us to our nominees for the Maverick Awards, and that is...
Night school, very cool, super cool, unlike any other school. You are no fool for choosing this school. You belong to the GLA family, happily, fan family, the GLA family. Yo, yo.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Shift channel.
We're working on transformation.
Hello everybody, so
Only let's get on with
Right into it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for full marks on your next Afrikaans exam.
And the winner is... the GLA Trolley Pro!
So we definitely put in the blood, sweat and tears for the trolley race. It was our class's goal to beat the grade 12s and everyone else. But besides winning, the biggest value what I got from the trolley race was we fostered a sense of belonging, community and purpose, and we learned what unity means as a team. And I think that's very important. Pass over to Dylan now.
Yes, that's true. There's no good thing ever achieved without hard work, determination, and a gutsy attitude. And there was just no way the grade 12 would beat us.
Speaking about blood, sweat and tears, let me take you back to 2 weeks before the trolley race even started. On this cold and challenging night, we were faced with the most unexpected challenge. We had to make a trolley, but not only make a plan for it, we also had to build it. Can you believe? Can you imagine making a 4-paneled sketch into a 4-walled, fully functioning trolley that was meant to be a courthouse? Can you believe? And people had to race it, and you only had 2 days to make it. What a challenge. With the whole of Slubbard attorneys behind us, we knew that we had to keep going to make them proud. They are, after all, the sponsors of the school. And we couldn't only just execute and make the trolley, but we had to win first place. And what a flex it was. This award is dedicated to the challengers, the people who want more than the mere possibilities of trying. Look here, movers and shakers, I call to you. I want you to challenge yourselves. So grade 7s, look at who's on stage right now. The grade 11s challenge you next year to challenge yourselves and just try to beat us. Thank you.
A lot of spirit there. So the trolley race, you've had a few of those, right? 5 years as a student, and in this year, your first trolley race as a teacher. Tell us about that.
You see, trolley race is something that will always stick with you, yeah? Those are memories that you can just never forget. We had, in my high school years, we used to work on trolleys all through the night, yeah? So even those that didn't like each other in our class ended up liking each other. Because, yeah. So those are really some magical moments, and it really does make an impact in your school career. Yeah.
Now, I should remind you, as you would have probably seen in that first video clip we showed you, that our school actually started in the shopping mall, in the Equinox Mall, where Checkers is located on St. Francis Street. And pretty soon after starting, we earned the rather pejorative nickname of Worst School Checkers. And we decided we're not going to be offended by that, but we're going to capitalize, stay on the front foot, and convert that into something that can work for us. So what does a shopping mall have? A parking lot and lots of trolleys. And we had our very first trolley race as kind of an impromptu fundraiser, and instantly a legendary tradition was born. We're now in our 13th year with 20 sponsors every year, and the trolley race is certainly a red letter day on the social calendar of Jeffreys Bay, with thousands of people having come out at the beginning of this month to come and support us, and the vendors who are selling eats and drinks on the day. Speaking of vendors, we're going to take a quick commercial break to see what is on offer, but don't go away. These are the GLA Getflix Original Awards. See you in a bit.
What made you make the switch to GLA?
Well, I wasn't really getting out what I thought I should from my academics provider, so that's really what made me change to this awesome school.
So, what were you looking for?
Schooling aimed at career outcomes, real ones.
What makes GLA different?
Well, my art teacher has staged exhibitions of her own work. My engineering graphics educator was actively involved in constructing our school. My science teacher is also a chemical engineer.
Our business classroom is a full-fledged boardroom. Our IT classroom is run with German precision.
My tourism teacher has traveled all over the globe. My history teacher can reveal the Russian Revolution to us in actual Russian.
So, would you recommend GLA to anyone?
Absolutely, especially to those who are looking to get something out of their high school years.
Make your switch GLA outcomes. We are always told that a school tuck shop cannot be different, that you cannot serve barista quality coffee. Well, we are here to prove you wrong.
Wow, this coffee is amazing.
GLA School Beans, giving you more and more.
And we're back to the GLA Getflix Original Awards. At every proper award ceremony, there is some mention of lifetime achievement, what it takes to stand the test of time, and to make sure that your name makes it into the Hall of Fame. And here to tell us all about that, will you please warmly welcome to the stage our principal, meneer Stefan Klein.
Hartelijke goeienaand, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute privilege it is to welcome you to our information evening for grade 7s that's, I think, packaged a little bit differently than you might have expected. But we're celebrating tonight the original things that GLA brings to the table. And I hope as you sit here, you get some insight and understanding to the things that, you know, we do that's a bit different from other schools. And I think that's where I'd like to start. I'd like to start with what Tani Mariki keyed in her very first years as principal, that GLA does things differently. And I hope tonight gives you some insight and understanding to those famous words that's been so directional to Global Leadership Academy as a school. But tonight I'd like to share with you 4 key things that I consider being probably for you as parents on the one end, and also for you guys as grade 7s, absolutely crucial in understanding who we are as a school and what you are considering and what you are signing up for as a future parent or as a future learner. So the first one is God-given potential. Now, I'm quite serious when I'm talking about this. As a school and as a teacher group, as a leadership, this school was founded on that principle that God has given each one of your kids a potential to actually impact and influence the world and make a contribution. And in my own heart, how I would explain it is, at the end of grade 12, you know what's my biggest desire? Is that a learner ending grade 12 with 5 years of being in GLA will walk out of the school with a confidence and the knowing that Jesus loves me, that He's got a purpose and a plan for my life, and that I can enter into that world that's ahead of me with confidence, not in myself, but in Him. When we talk about walking out of grade 12 in confidence, it's not grounded in the things that we do. It's in the things that we are in Christ Jesus. And so for 5 years, we have the opportunity for you to be molded in this environment. And you need to understand that that will be probably the first thing that we call out in you, is the potential that the Lord has for you. To me, that really matters. And you can see the difference in a child that's realized that in their schooling career and those that maybe just get it after school. But if you know who God made you to be, then you are set for a purpose and a destiny that changes actually the way that you approach life. And we want to instill that with you and your child in the 5 years that they are with us. I just want to add on to that. The fact that you guys are here tonight, I completely understand not all of you will join GLA. Some of you are just window shopping here tonight, and the same for the parents. But even the impartation here tonight, for you being in this place with us, there is some importance in it, significance in it. The Lord, in some way, determined that you tonight will be on a plastic chair and just have a sense and understanding of who we are as a school. And so I hope that you will experience something of our heart in it. The second one is the realities of our world. I've said this to our own learners many times, and you've all heard this. We are not from this world, but we are in this world. And to be honest with you, us as a school have realized that so much more dramatically in this year. With the loss of 2 kids, that's been so difficult for us as a school. Of course, we also think of those families. But it's again, and parents, I'm talking to you maybe more than to the learners here in front of us. It's awakened us for the realities that these kids are facing on a daily basis. If you were unaware of it, let me tell you, there is a strategy, an onslaught on their lives to steal. And in some way, you as a parent need a partner. And we, of course, can't be that without actual children in the school. But we feel called to partner with parents to help coach, help direct, help mentor your children through these things that they have to deal with on a daily basis. And those realities are real. And by no means do I think we have the answers to all of those challenges. But I can commit to you that we will, in a relationship, navigate these tough times, these difficult seasons for your child with you, together with you. That I can promise. Okay, so then our mandate. You might ask, what is the mandate of Global Leadership Academy? Why are we here? Why do we exist? Now, I'd like to tell a story of where we come from. Abigail earlier said there's a missions organization, a Global Challenge, that founded the school. I'd like to speak into that. Global Challenge started in 2006 when a group of us, 10 young people back then, got their backpacks together and started on a faith journey of traveling through the world. We visited about 22 countries in that very first year. But it was a faith journey. You would land in India, and then you would find and trust the Lord for a man of peace that would actually help you and you know, where you can actually serve at an orphanage, for instance. There was those kind of elements of faith, of servanthood, of seeing the difficulties and having to respond to those difficulties, not with easy answers, but really with a servant heart. And so as we traveled, the organization Global Challenge was founded. Global Challenge is right here in the school. Their offices are up the stairs to the left-hand side, and it's just ordinary people running that non-profit organization. So we gathered in Jeffreys Bay from 2008, and this mission still continues today. We currently have a team in Jordan doing exactly what we did how many years ago. But out of that, we realized that there's a call and a need in Jeffreys Bay for a high school, and for us to have the opportunity to actually, that's what we're experiencing on these journeys, to invest that into kids that's at school level. And you know what? That's why you saw travel school. That's still part of our DNA. The camps that we all do together, the whole school goes camping. That's part of the traditions that comes from Global Challenge. Now, what I wanted to add for you is that as I'm standing here, I'm part of Global Challenge. Every staff member here is part of Global Challenge. The school is under the covering of Global Challenge, a missional organization. So you can be sure of our heart. We're a registered, non-profit, independent school. We're not we don't have a corporate entity that owns us. It's mere people that you can meet and greet every day when you come and visit us. And you can talk with us. And what makes that special is there's an ownership that you won't find at any other school. Even affluent private schools, many times those are owned by a JSE listed company. And the person that you are meeting and talking to about your own child, you know, they're just getting a salary. But what was evident in COVID, you know, when everybody waited for the government to give direction, what happened? Us as a staff had to get together because we are the stewards, I don't want to say owners, the stewards of what the Lord has established here. And we couldn't just wait passively for something to happen. We had to actively step in and help our kids. And that's the difference when you're aligning your child with us, is you can know that the people that's walking in these corridors are the people entrusted by the Lord to steward this school. We still make mistakes, hashtag a lot of them, okay? But at least there's an open door that you at any time can come to. And so the mandate that comes from Global Challenge is two words. It's the words up on that wall. Making disciples, shaping leaders. That is our mandate that we believe the Lord called us for. To, out of your child, make a disciple and shape them to become a leader. Although we have a high emphasis on academics and culture and sport and all of that, they are mere tools that helps us make a disciple of your child, shape a leader of your child. You see where the priority lies? It's with making disciples, shaping leaders. And we do that in a fun environment and facilitated through education. The last one is, and I've mentioned a bit of that, I want to say tonight for you, we are in partnership with you. You are not alone, parents. You do not have to see through and navigate your teenage years of your child, your high school years on your own. We actually want to partner with you. We want to walk alongside you in this journey of being a mother and a father, a guardian. And the same goes for grade 7s. You can come to this school and actually just get a matric certificate and nothing else. It is possible. If you come here at 8 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock you're the first bus out of here, you're going to get your matric. But that's not our invitation to you guys as the future leaders of South Africa, of this area and even nations. If you come to GLA, it is in a co-partnership where you guys say, I'm signing up to contribute, to partake, to be the first one to volunteer. You saw tonight how many kids were on stage. So we want to create opportunities for you to do a survivor, to do a travel school, to be part of a, well, I don't want to, there's one or two very exciting things coming up, maybe not say too much, but we want to invite you to be part of that and experience that and come fully as a GLA into this 5 years of development, because that is what it really is. It's 5 years where 90 kids will be part of what we are going to do with this grade 8 class and what the Lord is going to do through us. And at the end of these 5 years, you guys will be ready to do so much more. All right, let's talk about the practicalities quickly. So this is the latest that we've had a grade 7 evening. And so to consider that, we've extended the application date till the 9th of June. Applications for grade 8 for next year closes on the 9th of June. Now I'm not going to go through all the details. I think every family at least received one of these booklets. If you haven't, please make your way to the information desk at the end. But inside here you can read all the questions you have on school fees, on all of that. I'm not going to go through that. But what I'm going to do is tell you 2 or 3 important steps. Every applicant for grade 8 will have to do a baseline test. That's an opportunity on a Saturday, either the 3rd or the 10th. At 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll be able to book your slot. We'll phone you if you haven't. If you've submitted already application, we'll give your parents a call. Otherwise, as you submit, you'll be able to pick a slot. You'll come to the school at 10 o'clock and we will do a baseline assessment test with you to just guide, for us, your placement. All right? That is on the 3rd and the 10th of June. It's included in the application fee. Then the third point is we will have an interview with each grade 7, a personal interview. And you can already see I'm a friendly guy, right? Okay, so it's not something to be scared of. We just want to get to know you. We're going to ask you questions like, what's your favorite milkshake? All right? That is one of the questions, seriously, so think about that before the time, all right? But you'll also ask maybe 1 or 2 more difficult things, something like, over the past year, in which area do you feel you've grown the most? That one you'll have to answer. Come on, I'm telling you what the question is, so you've got time to think that through, all right? Which area have you grown the most as a person in the last 12 months? We'll ask that, and a couple of others that I'll keep in my pocket, all right? So interviews will be scheduled between the 5th and the 16th of June, and of course that's compulsory for you. Then by the 20th of June, at least by that time, we will have telephonically communicated to you what is the outcome of your application. Unfortunately, we're only able to accept 90 grade 8 learners for 2024, but we've really changed the process a little bit to give us the best understanding of who's applying and to be sure that we can accept the 90 that Lord has prepared for us. Of course, there's always a waiting list that you have another opportunity. If someone did not accept their initial enrollment, then there's an opportunity to come in from the waiting list. All right, the last part before I hand over to my esteemed colleagues is the Global Junction Award. And all of you guys here, you've got some tickets with you, and all the grade 7s got some number. Now I randomly in the dark at the back drew a ticket before the time, and Mr. Schultz was so kind to write down the name for me. It is Andrea Swartz. If you can come up to the stage, where are you? Give it up for Andrea! With compliments from Global Junction in Fountains Mall, you got a 400 Rand voucher! Alright, myself and our colleagues will be available for you directly at the end of proceedings for you to, if there's any more questions, you're welcome to ask. We'll switch on all the lights so you'll be able to go through all the classes. Do not haste to go home, but make sure all your questions are answered. I'm going to give it back to the Getflix award team. Thank you so much for being here. May the Lord bless you and give you peace.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Klein.
So as you heard from our wonderful, wonderful principal, school is so much more than your academic development. Who you become is so much more than what you are skilled to do. Now, to help present the next award for those who seek for the deepest meaning in life, please help me welcome on stage Miss Belina Kauka.
to stand in front of you guys tonight. So, in GLA, we truly believe that the best way to equip any young person, even in future, is to help them to know and to grow in a deep and personal relationship with the Lord. And to that, we afford no compromise. Loving the Lord and putting Him at center of everything that we do and keeping His will at the center of what we do is not just an add-on, okay? It is woven in the DNA of who we are as a school. Therefore, it is such a privilege to list the nominees for the Spiritual Endeavors category. And the nominees are
belong. I get to join my friends and new people and get together and learn new things about God and the Bible. And of course, it's really fun.
Taking your spiritual life seriously is not something that everybody finds naturally. This is why it is so important to have someone in your life who will make it their goal and their plan to see that you develop into the person that God has set you out to be. This is why I went to youth fellowship camp. This was a place that taught me the importance of my spiritual life and the importance of the input of others on it and the importance of fellowship with my fellow believers and how they can help me become a better Christian. All of these things can be simplified, I believe, in one simple word: discipleship. So, let me also tell you guys, that happens to be something we specialize here at GLA. I don't know if you guys saw, but we've got it on the wall. That is why I want to encourage you guys, when you come to GLA next year, to open your minds and open your hearts, to accept what we want to give you and to embrace it. Because I can assure you, when I came to grade 8, I was not so sure about it. But now in grade 10, I can tell you that it truly changed my life. And remember guys, there's no ship like discipleship.
Thank you, Melina. No ship like discipleship. Now, I don't want to give away my age as Mr. Young, but I've been involved in youth ministry on and off for more than 25 years now, and I can truly say that few things excite me more than to see young people develop in an authentic relationship with the Lord and to live out of that relationship and share that passion with others. And Thursday nights in our discipleship camp, our D groups, our Bible quiz that we have every year, these are opportunities for learners to discover that it's fun to be a Christian. You don't have to be prim and proper and sit upright with your Bible under your arm all day. It truly is the best life that this life has to offer.
It is a privilege indeed. It is our responsibility to pass on to the next generation the wisdom and insight for what makes a good life. We have to pass on the baton some sooner or later.
Passing on that baton, that's right. But at GLA, we're also keen to hand over that baton whenever we find that learners are ready for it. And you'll be surprised to learn that several of the extracurricular activities that the school offers have actually been started through conversations that learners had with Mr. Klein in his office, asking him, "Sir, isn't it possible for us to have X or Y or Z at the school?" And his response would then be, "Well, you've got the vision, that means you've got the mission." So several of our extracurricular activities are not only initiated by learners, but they're actually run by learners. So it's our privilege to help launch you into ownership and develop your sense of leadership and responsibility and share the passions that you have with others around you.
So, I would like to call on our 2 student leaders to help present this next award. They have worked very hard and taken so much initiative on their own, leading their team of excited and dedicated ambassadors. Please help me welcome Asita Latile and James van Onselen.
To lead the school as Head Girl 2023. It's a great responsibility, but it's an amazing opportunity. I have to take care of myself, develop myself, but be strict with myself so that I can take care of those I influence.
Life faces us with many challenges, and it's up to us to decide how we will handle those challenges, to face them head on and to overcome them. Leadership is almost always about doing the work so that others may benefit. The nominees that are here tonight have all done this. They have given of themselves so that we might share in their award.
The nominees of the student initiatives are all students that started something and ran with it. They are
Got the moment to strike, I don't hesitate. I'm feeling like winning, they spitting the venom, but I got the power, I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid, I'm in your face. Forget tomorrow, man, I'm here today. Won't settle for good, man, I'm shooting for...
The winner is the Kingdom Lab Hip Hop.
Wow, thank you for the award. I can't believe that a simple conversation I had in grade 8 with Mr. Klein led me to this. My absolute passion in life is dancing, and I love sharing that passion with others. This award is dedicated to people who sit on a dream in hoping that it will hatch. And it is possible. You just gotta get up, get to it, and make your move. Get yourself a school like GLA that gives you this beautiful opportunity and encouragement to pursue your passion. And not only for your own benefit, but for those who care to join in. I'm really excited to see what initiatives you, as grade 7s and future GLAs, could initiate in the future. Thank you. Since we are talking about self-initiatives, I would really like to initiate myself to perform tonight.
That's not in this production. Can we cut the commercial?
Production, are we?
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel that has it all.
This concludes our evening. Thank you so much for joining us and have